YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. Today I'm going to be doing a Power Rangers Cosmic Fury video. Obviously, if you clicked on this, you know what this is. But there's been a lot of negativity in the fandom recently, especially surrounding talks of Power Rangers and Cosmic Fury and all that. So I wanted to do a positive video and talk about everything I'm looking forward to and wanting to see from Cosmic Fury. Now, looking forward to is like meaning stuff that we sort of know is going to be in there or pretty sure, and I'm looking forward to the potential of that. But some stuff is kind of things I'd want to see that I'm excited is a possibility, but I'm not necessarily going to be upset because I'm sure that there's a lot of things, a lot of expectations on this season, you know, with it being the final season and then bringing in a lot of anniversary feeling things with returning characters. There's a lot of potential stuff we could see. You know, people's imaginations can run wild. I get a feeling there's going to be some people getting needlessly upset because they made promises to themselves that the show didn't. But I'm just going to include some things in here that I think would be really cool to see. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to lose it. So, in general, first thing I'm looking forward to, I actually am just looking forward to seeing more of the Dino Fury show, effectively. Dino Fury was not perfect by any means, definitely some Neo Saban holdover stuff. But in general, I did like the seasons, especially season 2. I think it had a great cast and Ollie. I'm just kidding, the actor's fine, just the character. But it has a great cast, you know, I liked a lot of the stories and mythos, and I'm not entirely upset to see a third season with this cast, so I'm generally looking forward to seeing that. And within that, I'm looking forward to seeing like how Amelia's journey is emphasized about her becoming a leader. You know, I hope that they tie it back to some of her stories in Dino Fury, and we get to see Tarek and Santara. I hope we see them at least once. Like, this is one of those things that I would love to see, but if it doesn't happen, I won't be mad. But it would be cool for him to get his Void Knight powers back, or have a cool purple Cosmic Fury suit and pilot the Purple Zord. That would be cool. The Purple Zord. That's like a funny name for just a Zord. I'm going to call it the Purple Zord from now on. It's the Purple Zord. It's my favorite Zord. Anyway, that would be cool. But if it's just one episode, or like just a scene of like, I'm proud of you, Amelia. That's not how Tarek sounds, but you know what I mean. I think that at least Tarek needs to show up, because Amelia was such an emphasis in this series, and I presume she will get emphasis in her role as leader. I'm really excited by the idea of seeing Tarek and Santara again. And I hope we just follow up on a couple of the things from Dino Fury that just have to do with that cast. Speaking of, I'm quite excited to see everything going on with Zato. There's a lot of cool mythology stuff. I'm curious to learn more about like what the Ghost Ranger is, what happened to him, why he then will change to the Zenith Ranger, what his role will be. There's been a lot of talk about what his role will be with Amelia taking the lead spot. Like, is he going to be sidelined, all that. I'm just generally excited to see, because he's got the most like new territory, and to see what he is now and where he's going to go. I am almost kind of hoping that after the season, like, he ascends to something higher, so it like doesn't undermine his sacrifice, but also gives him kind of a cool role. And I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays into the Morphin Masters, which is another thing I'm looking forward to seeing in the series. Is I am a big fan of a lot of the mythology stuff Dino Fury did. I know some people had some mixed feelings on the Morphin Masters. I, for the most part, really liked them. I thought it was cool to bring that back. It tied together PR lore in this really special way, and there's lots I liked about them, so I hope we learn more about them and get more cool lore additions in this season, because that was without a doubt one of my favorite things about Dino Fury, was all the additions to the lore and connections, and I hope we see more of that, whether it's to the Morphin Masters or not. Like, honestly, the only thing I didn't like about the Morphin Masters is like now everybody wants that to be the explanation for everything, and it need not be. But regardless, I really like that stuff, and I hope that there's more of it in the series, and again, specifically tying to Zato. I'm also excited for Fern's role in the series. I'm curious to see how she winds up coming aboard. There's a scene that almost looks like she's an alien. That would be an interesting reveal to find out she was an alien. I don't know if that's going to happen. And it'll be cool to have our first, like, main normal Orange Ranger on screen. Even if I'm not so hot on the helmet, I'm kind of hoping that I come around to the helmet more as we see it. Speaking of like things, I'm kind of secretly hoping, not secretly because I brought it up multiple times, that there's maybe 1 or 2 other Rangers we don't know about, like Cosmic Fury suits. I think that could be cool. The Orange Ranger stuff's been a pretty badly kept secret for a while now, but I hope that there's more surprises in that regard. Honestly, in general, like most of the big stuff, I feel like we know about, like Billy and Heckle and the Orange Ranger. I think Aquatar was leaked or something, but I hope that there's some stuff we don't know about. I really hope that there's some surprises, because it's really nice actually this season to not have to worry about the international airings. I was never as mad about that as most people, because like I understood on a business level why it was happening, but it definitely was annoying to like know everything beat by beat before the season came out, especially since like I want to cover it for the channel, so I couldn't avoid it. So it's nice that we're getting it at the same time, but it kind of feels like all the spoiler leaks were the international airings this year. So I do hope there's some surprises, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure there's going to be at least some small things in there that will be surprises. Also, like, I'm looking forward to like the returning characters, and I'm hope that there's a couple more returning characters we don't know about. I'm really hoping that Adam and Aisha are in it. I feel their role in Once and Always was so small. I think it would be great to have them at least just for an episode, maybe a little more expansion and connection about SPA and SPD. I hope there is at least something about SPD, the fact that we are 2 years away from when SPD is taking place. And it's funny seeing people keep saying, we're going to see the formations of it. Like, the SPD's formed. Like, they exist right now on Earth. Like, that was the whole backstory, was like the Rangers got their powers, their civilian powers, from when the parents worked at SPD, and Sky's dad was in SPD. I mean, Doggy Kruger's species, I think, invented SPD. So SPD has been around. Like, it's supposed to be on Earth. I don't expect them, like, I think there's probably too high expectations about, you know, clarifying that aliens live on Earth, or maybe it's sanctuary cities or something, but I just hope there's something. Since it's the last season, and they did acknowledge it with SPA, I hope it's acknowledged in some way. I'm looking forward to possibly seeing that. And at the very least, maybe some clarification on SPA, but like, they're already right there with Adam and Aisha. They could have even just filmed a couple more like Skype scenes and put them in, but I would like to see that, and maybe a couple more cameos. I'm not going to get greedy with it, but a couple surprises would be nice. But I am also excited to see who we have. I mean, Billy, I'm really excited for. I was really happy to see his role in Once and Always. I enjoyed it. I thought the actor deserved to have this time, and also I think the character deserved it as well, as he kind of got shortchanged in ZO2. I still wish he would have been Gold Ranger. Maybe we can do that in the comics. That'd be cool. Regardless, it was nice to see him get some focus in general for numerous reasons, but also, you know, we've mostly focused on Tommy and Jason in regards to returns, so it was nice to see other MMPR Rangers get the spotlight. But the fact that he's not only going to continue to get the spotlight, but as a mentor role and a regular member of the cast like Tommy was in Dino Thunder is super cool, and I really like that a lot. I'm also excited to see Heckle. Heckle was one of my favorite parts about Dino Charge. It was really great that they did a payoff in the comics by making him Dark Ranger, but the fact that we're going to get to see it in live action is really cool, and I'm really going to be interested to see how that plays into the story, since, you know, people have brought up like, oh, well, Zed probably invades his planet, but unless they forgot it, which I don't think they will, because they've actually been pretty good about remembering lore, even going back and explaining unexplained lore, that he's not from this universe, so I'm curious to see how he gets tied into it. I mean, obviously they've established that the main 3 universes in the main continuity talk, RPM, Dino Charge, and this one, so it's not going to be like a stretch that he would be over here, or to find a reason why he would be, but I'm just curious, and it excites me because it'll be kind of an extra bit of lore going on there. Also, I'm really quite excited just to see us possibly visit some past locations and expand that part of Power Rangers lore. Like, outside of new characters and stuff, I said this before, I really want to see Marinoi. I think that's something that I've been waiting for an update on for years. That's such a huge addition to this world that I can't believe we've brought up, I think, maybe once since it happened after like Lightspeed Rescue or Wild Force or whatever. But it's such an easy planet to show, because it's not like you have to show a weirdly exotic planet with like aliens with prosthetics or CGI. It's like just Earth people. Even the natives of Marinoi were human-ish. I don't know what species they are, actually. What is Maya? I just want to see Marinoi. That'd be such an easy one, even if we don't see a single Lost Galaxy Ranger. Just show me, hey, we're on Marinoi, and a little car goes by, beep beep, with the TerraVenture thing on them. That's what I want to see. But I want to see stuff like that. I'd love to visit Aquitar, other Power Rangers worlds, or even just get some little mentions about that, maybe some new worlds. I think that was one of my favorite little aspects of like the way the original universe expanded its lore from building all these things on, and I think it'll be exciting to get some updates on and expansions of. Speaking of, as the last little bit, a lot of people don't like this, but I am legitimately looking forward to just seeing this weird hybrid of the Dino Fury-ish suits piloting the Q-Ranger mecha, because I did like that in the original series. I liked the wacky creativity of all these things fitting together that I had a more of appreciation for when I learned of Sentai, of how they just wanted to keep this MMPR thing going and kept adding on to it. So it feels rightfully nostalgic that in the last season they're going to be piloting Zords from a different season like MMPR did. So there's a lot I'm looking forward to. You know, I think we all need to temper our expectations. I think with it being the last season and being an anniversary season, there's going to be a lot of expectations on it, and I'm sure it will let people down in some ways, and it won't be as epic as you're imagining it in your head. But I think there's a lot to look forward to, and I'm excited to dive into a Power Rangers season in the coming weeks. But what are you guys looking forward to about Cosmic Fury? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.